Hey guys, it's your girl Night Latte, and you're listening to Girl Chat, the place where we talk about love, sex, and the in between. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Official Girl Chat Podcast, where you can ask questions and comment on today's topic. So, guys, today's topic came in via DMs on Instagram, and it says, why the fuck are so many people on dating apps looking for thirds? Like, is that some threesome shit, or is that just what dating's like nowadays? You should talk about that. So, let's talk about it. So, scrolling on these apps, I am noticing that there's a lot of posts about like, oh, couple looking for third for good times, or a couple looking for third to hang out, to get to know. And you would think that a lot of these are dudes, and don't get me wrong, 45% of them are, but shockingly, really, I'm seeing a lot of them from women too. And I decided while swiping one day that I'm going to ask a girl, like, what's the deal with that? Because I am seeing that a lot, and I'm like, I'm a very direct person. I need you to tell me what exactly it is you want. So I write this girl and I ask her, like, looking for a third what? Like, be clear, what is that? And I know some of you guys are thinking, like, it's obvious what the fuck she means. But I tell you this because I've gotten two different answers. So the girl I wrote said that she's looking for someone to have sex with her and her man. So I'm like, okay, threesome. I'm not interested, but thanks for the clarity. So I want to say maybe later on, a couple hours after that, I read it on a guy's post. So I asked the guy, and he was looking for, by third, the equivalent of like a poly situation. So I just kind of been looking and swiping through profiles and noticing that a lot of people want that. And here at Girl Chat, guys, we don't judge. I don't have a problem with people wanting that, but my thing is, be clear about what exactly that means. Because there are some people that mean third as in like a third person to join their relationship. And a large majority of them really just means they want someone to have sex with both of them. A threesome. I don't know what dating is like now, where people are just scared to say three-way. Like, there's nothing wrong with being like, hey, me and my girl want somebody to join us in bed. But what I'm finding a lot is people get really offended about others looking for thirds. And I wanted to know, like, what the irritation was. If people want to get somebody to join their bedroom activities or whatever, I feel like that's fine. I mean, me personally, I've done enough threesomes in life to know that they're not horrible. I personally just feel like they're overrated because I've done a lot. Like, I was that friend. When I first came out as bisexual, I was the threesome friend. Like, I was the friend that all my friends were comfortable having a threesome with because they knew me and I know my way around the female anatomy. But I digress. But anyway, so couples looking for thirds. I find that some of them get really offended because you're not interested in it. And I find also, like, why people aren't interested in it is, I know from my point of view, when the guys approach you about it, they more so don't really care if you're into their girlfriend, or they don't care about like your preference for their girlfriend. Their whole thing is like, oh, my girl want it, I want it, or they talk their girl into it, so they just want to know if you with it or not. And men, I don't think y'all realize that just because a girl may like other girls, don't mean that we like all girls. I tell straight men all the time, the same way how men have preferences for what kind of women they like, women have preferences for what kind of women we want to sleep with too. Like, it's not just, oh cool, you have a vagina? Down, we're here for it. We got preferences too. So like, maybe the girl you're talking to has a preference. She may not like black girls. She may not like tall girls or short girls, or she may not like feminine girls, or she may not like fat girls or larger women. So I feel like sometimes guys, when they're asking for it, it's never like a, what's your type of girl? It's like, do you want to see my dick and do you want to fuck me and my girlfriend? And it's like, okay, like I could like your penis. I could think your penis is great. And I could think you're attractive. But then if I meet your girlfriend and she's too damn tall or her boobs are too small, then she's not my preference. And now it's like, I didn't sign up for this thing. And it's like, I only like 50% of the people, like of the situation. So definitely my advice for guys is when you're looking for this third and you're, swiping on girls and wanting them to possibly join your situation, whether it's the relationship situation or the sexual situation, it kind of benefits to ask them what kind of girls they like. Because while your girlfriend may look like the baddest chick ever to you, she may not be every girl's type. And the other thing I would definitely ask is, for the girls that are looking for that, if you want someone to sleep with your man, it kind of helps to show us your boyfriend. Like, I can't guarantee my body to a man I have never met. Like, I need to see the goods. Like, me personally, if you're trying to vote me into a three-way with your boyfriend, I obviously want to see what his dick looks like. Because let's be real, you're asking me to sleep with someone, and just because he may be the longest, thickest thing to you, you may have only had sex with one other person. So if you're talking to a girl like myself who has had sex with more than one person, I in my mind have things to compare it to. So you can't show me your boyfriend's 6-inch and then get offended because I don't want no parts of that. Because maybe it may be too small for me. So definitely for women, have pictures of your man's penis available because we're obviously going to want to see it. We're going to want to see it. We want to see what you want to be put in us, for one. And then two, make sure y'all like the same type of girls or the same type of people. And definitely let them know if there's rules up front. Because I remember years ago, when I was approached for a three-way with a friend of mine and her boyfriend, I asked them, what's the rules? Because they said, oh, like, we don't have none. It's whatever happens, happens. And then it was like in the middle of it where she was like butthurt because he kissed me. And she thought like kissing was way too intimate. Like, it was a line crosser. So now I'm trying to get laid and she's sitting there with an attitude because her boyfriend put his mouth on my mouth. So I definitely think that couples need to definitely establish those rules up front. Like, hey, we want someone to join us in the bedroom. However, these are the guidelines. Like, no, you can't kiss my boyfriend. No, he can't give you head. Like, just so that we know. Like, I need to know the terms and conditions before I sign up for that. And then the last thing I definitely would say is men and women, please stop saying that you want femmes to, be your third, but your girlfriend doesn't eat pussy. Because why would we sign up to not get touched by the girl? Like, for all that, you're basically just fucking your dude. And it's like, I can do that on my own. I don't really need, that to be a group activity. So definitely make sure your girlfriend is willing to put her mouth on someone's vagina, because I'm not about to work hard and then this bitch wants later. And which is fine. Don't be wrong. I don't have an issue if someone else is a pillow princess. But let's just say if you want a femme and you a pillow queen, you need to reevaluate your orientation just a little bit, because not speaking for all femmes, but like this femme needs her pussy ate. But that is all the time we have for today exploring this topic. If you guys like this episode and want to hear more, don't forget to keep it locked and loaded right here on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, and iHeartRadio Podcasts as well. If you want To hear me go off or talk about another topic, go ahead and DM me on Instagram at Official Girl Chat Podcast. Until next time, loves.